My name is Jim Idle, and I've been doing drywall since 1987, which is over 30 years. We're starting a new channel. It's called The Drywall Guy for DIY. We're headed over to a good friend of mine's house, Mark. He's an electrician. He put some can lights up in his 12-foot ceiling. We're going there to fix some holes, fix some cracks, put some texture back, which is some stipple. So I'll get to show everybody how to go off and fix some holes, put some stipple back, and get the ceiling back like it was. So let's head that way. Here's the crack and the 4 holes we'll be working on. Okay, let's talk about the tools that we're going to need. We're definitely going to need a brush, not a hairbrush, a stipple brush. And we're also going to need a pan, not a frying pan, a mud pan. And we're also going to need knives, not a kitchen knife, sheetrock knives. We're going to need a 10, a 24, a 4, and a 6. And we used a ladder, a step ladder, which was 10 foot because the ceiling was 12. Okay, so we've talked about what tools we're going to need. So now let's talk about the materials. So we're going to need fiberglass tape. We're going to need 45-minute Durabond. We're going to need all-purpose mud. We're also going to need plastic or paper to cover the floors because you don't want no damage to the floors. I'm using a 4-inch knife to scrape and tape. The tape is a fiberglass tape that I'm putting over the seams with a 4-inch knife. You don't have to use a 4-inch knife. You can use any size knife that you are comfortable with. I use a 4-inch knife because it's wore out and sharp. When you're scraping stipple, you're just trying to knock off the tips. And the better that you scrape it, the more the finishing will come out nice and smooth. After scraping and taping, you're going to want to mix down some 45-minute quickset. When you're mixing down this quickset, you want it nice and creamy consistency of like some nice rich peanut butter. Peanut butter just makes me hungry. After getting the consistency of our mud right, then we go ahead and start bedding in the fiberglass tape. As I'm bedding this in, I'm going down both sides of the 45s on each side of the tape, and then with my 10-inch knife I'll go right down the middle, and it makes a nice consistency of mud. You only want to just hide the tape is what you're trying to do with this coat. So here's the crack in the ceiling that I'm using a 10-inch knife to mud on both sides of it, which brings it out to 20 inches wide. And then when I take my 24-inch and wipe it out, it makes a nice smooth finish. I have to wait 45 minutes for the Durabond to go off before I can stipple. So now that our 45 minutes is up, we're going to go ahead and mix down our all-purpose mud. We're mixing it down for the stipple. And we have to mix it down in a nice, smooth, and loose manner because it needs to be almost like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Oh, let's make a sandwich. I am putting on the stipple mud with the 10-inch knife. The consistency needs to be the same. Now that I'm stippling, you need to go off and stay at a certain pattern that matches the old pattern because if you don't, then you'll be able to tell the difference. Also, as you're stippling and you're getting towards the edges of your stipple area, make sure that you thin it out. Mark seems to be pretty happy with the job. What do you think, Mark? You pretty happy with the job, huh?
Yes.
Okay. video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you learned anything from it, or it could help you in any way, or anybody you know, please go off and like, subscribe, and share this video. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you again on the Drywall Guy, the DIY. Hi, my name is Jim Idle, and I've been doing street. If you do it, if you dare, turn it up, shake it down, and the world will spin.